Welcome to the Monday evening class. We're going to start out with a little bit of Ayurveda information. The information that we're going to talk about is in regards to how Ayurveda approaches beauty and our skin. And by the way, included in that would be your hair and all of that. Hair is connected to the level tissue layer of your bone. And so if your hair is not healthy, that is an indication that your bones are not healthy. So in Ayurveda, we're always looking at hair health is connected to bone health. All right. So if that's going on for you, you got to start looking at, all right, what do I need to do to have healthy hair? And one of the things that we were just talking about is Ayurveda's always looking at what's the root cause. So when we look at our skin and our beauty and whether we're feeling radiant and vital and we're exuding that out into the world, it comes from the inside. So the beauty industry is like billions of dollars. It's massive. And it's all stuff for the outside. It's all external treatments, external products. Okay. Or take this vitamin. This will help with this and that and this and that. But in Ayurveda, we sit down with the individual and we look at what's going on with their lifestyle. So what is their routine? Because that matters. What is their diet? Because your tissue becomes you from your food. And so your skin is reflecting out to the world how healthy you are. If you're not eating a diverse enough diet, and you're not changing it with the seasons, you're not bringing in enough of those foods that support you and your particular constitution, it's going to show up on your skin. Okay. So we're going to go over just some of the things that Ayurveda looks at when we're talking about how to have beautiful skin. Okay, so one of the things that we look at is we always want to stay with the rhythm of the seasons, because the ancient system of Ayurveda, it's always working with nature and the principles of nature. And those principles of nature are the elements. Everything boils down to the elements, and they make sense. We could talk about the space and the ethers, right? That same element is within us. We could talk about air and wind, and that element is around us as well. We need it to breathe. And we had a windy day today because we have thunderstorms coming in. So wind affects us. Movement of air affects us. Too much movement of air will affect how you feel, how you think. It'll make you feel more chaotic. And then, so we can have to consider all that. Fire also is connected to your metabolism and all of that. And then you have water and earth. Your earth is your structure. Water is all your fluids. Okay. So we look at working with nature, not against nature, because there are certain laws that make up nature. Nature moves in a certain way, and we need to align with that. Okay. So wintertime is an ideal time for providing deep nourishment to the body and the skin. Spring is the perfect time to do detoxification and routine and develop routine. And that's why you will always hear me in the spring saying, cleanse, 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 you guys, do the cleanse, because the energy of spring is supporting detoxification. And it is the time that you set goals. It is the perfect time to align yourself with what's natural. Okay, summertime is a time to protect. And that means that we're looking at protecting from the environment, obviously. And then you also want to, by the way, fall and winter are considered similar, part of the same seasons. So fall, we do another cleanse as a rejuvenation. So we clean out and then we rejuvenate and get the immune system built up so that when we go into winter, we are nourishing. And when you nourish, you want to make sure you're nourishing a vessel that is clean. You don't put, like, so say you have garbage, you don't start nourishing the garbage, right? You want to clean out the garbage, make everything nice and clean. It's like having a pot. You clean out the pot. Now you have a nice clean vessel, and then you nourish. You build that up, okay? Then we look at what you eat. So if you can't eat it, we say in Ayurveda, then you shouldn't be putting it on your skin. So what you're eating matters because, like I said, your skin is going to reflect how you eat. And then you pay attention to feeding your skin with the appropriate diet that is with seasonal vegetables, seasonal foods, and also what's appropriate for your constitution. You also have to look at developing lifestyle habits that are in alignment with your constitution, the seasons, and nature. Also, doing the full body massage, that is something you do every day. And it's called Daily Abhyanga. And I have a little video on it. But you know, really, if you're doing it right, if you have the time, every morning, you literally massage every part of your body. You massage it. Can you imagine giving that amount of attention to your body? And then you let the oil, and it's, by the way, the oil has to be appropriate to your constitution. You let the oil sit on your skin for a minimum of 48 minutes. That's how long it takes to absorb. And it's 48 minutes because it has to do with the different layers of the tissues. In Ayurveda, there are 7 layers. So it has to move into those tissues. All right. And then you want to make sure you're getting plenty of rest and sleep, because rest is when we rejuvenate. Rest is when we heal. So if you're not getting enough rest, that is definitely going to show up in your skin. Like, that's why people get bags under their eyes. That's why people walk around like, oh, you can tell when someone hasn't had sleep. You can always tell. Having a stress-free life. You know, I tell people this and then they laugh at me. And a lot of it is because we're living very unnatural in how we are so overstimulated. And we either are looking to distract ourselves with devices and various things, or we're looking to keep ourselves constantly tied into what they call the hamster wheel. And that stress is what they call the silent killer. So too much stress and being addicted to it, by the way, it's just setting you up for bigger problems down the line. So de-stressing your life is important, and paying attention to, I have a conversation with somebody. Is it stressing me out inside? How does it make me feel? You start having awareness around that. When I do certain things, how is my body reacting? And if you are feeling stressed all the time, you've got to look at the people that you're interacting with, the job that you have, the lifestyle that you have, the food that you have, because food can also get people hyped up. We always talked about how if you look around the restaurant, you can identify who all those fire pitta people are. And if they always order those super spicy meals, and you can watch the heat and the pressure kind of building up in them, and they're going to get ready to explode. That is literally what happens when you eat hot food and you have a lot of heat already. Pressure builds. Okay, so you have to pay attention to all of that. You also want to do and use skin products that are natural. And a lot of this stuff that's out there, we don't really know what's in it. Like, so pay attention. In Ayurveda, we make everything. We do the turmeric, and we grate the turmeric, and we grate the ginger, and we take the powdered form of the herb and we make it. Like when we do like different bath powders, we make them and make them appropriate to the person. So you're using herbs that are going to support that person. It's not something that you just went and bought off a shelf. So Ayurveda is always looking at what the individual and how to support that person in having balance. So looking at natural skin products and things like that. And you can use like the oils and all those things. It really matters. And make sure you're using the appropriate oils. And also another thing you can do is make sure you have a positive attitude. Everything from your mental body very much affects your physical body. So if you constantly go into your day from a very negative space, that covers you, that like sets you off on the wrong foot. So years ago, when my grandma turned 100, I asked her, so what's your advice at 100? And she said, go to bed every night being grateful for your day and make sure you have a smile on your face. Like just it was so simple. And it's really true. Just be grateful for this body, for the people that you have in your life that you love, that love you, that support you, that see the swan in you, right? Those people that are running around negative and they can't help it. That's okay. You just need to pay attention to how much time you can really spend with those. Because I don't believe in cutting out your family members and, friends. I'm one of those friends that I'm a friend for life. I'm not a fair weather friend. Why? Because I've been through so much garbage in my life and had such hard stuff happen that all of my friends that I have that are with me to this day have been through all of it with me. And they're still my friends. So, life is up and down, and that's the reality of it. And have a positive attitude about it. Like go forward. Hey, today was a rough day, but you know what? Tomorrow's a new day. And to be able to move through your life that way and recognize that life has ups and downs is very important. It'll help you not be attached to how it needs to be, what the outcome is. All right, so those are some basic things that we look at in Ayurveda when we're working with people. And I'm going to be offering all of the Ayurveda beauty consultations. And that means we have consultations for how to deal with cellulite, which by the way is a kapha imbalance, how to deal with skin disorders, rashes, just uneven skin, dullness to your skin. It can all be worked with and remedied. We can do it with our diet, with our lifestyle, with herbs, with treatments. So I'm offering all of that now. I would love to see you guys come and try those treatments out because I need to practice. So I'm offering a discount this summer for those of you who want to come and try it out. Okay, so we're doing skin and beauty. And by the way, I just want to say, if you come in and you get a facial, in Ayurveda, we include the feet and the hands always, because your feet and your ears are the microcosm of your whole body. So we include all of that as part of the treatment. So you'll get that as well. Okay. All right. So that's our talk for tonight. Let's get started with our practice. We are going to be doing a vata reducing practice because we've been dealing with wind. So let's get that started.